Right. We're live.
Okay, and we are live. Hello, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you may be watching this. Hello, people. If you're watching this, go ahead and do us a favor. Love this video. Don't just like it, love it, and share it. Send it to your best friend. Text it to your cousin. Tell them to tune in and watch. We have a very special show. We have a reunion show. Plus, we have a special guest that's new to the UBE Legendary Review Show family. We're going to talk to her in just a moment. So for those who don't know, United Black Element exists to enable young Black same gender loving men in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, ages 18 to 35, to fulfill their greatest potential for good. So one of our primary missions is to bring the community together around issues that's important to the community. Number one being HIV and AIDS awareness. So we do a lot of work around sexual health. We believe people should be able to sex as they wish and as they please, but please just sex responsibly. And so if you are in the Dallas area or anywhere you may be watching this and you need help connecting to sexual health resources, let us know. If we can't do it for you directly, we know a lot of people, so we can get you connected. The most important thing is to sex responsibly. Know your status, get tested, get treated, get prepped, all those good things. Yes. And so again, if you're watching this, please share this video. Sharing is caring. Send us some hearts. If you have questions, comments, concerns, all of those good things, put those down in the chat. And so I'm Jelinski, one of the staff members here with United Black Element. And I'm going to let all my beautiful co-hosts introduce themselves. I'm going to start with Mr. Devin over here, and then we'll work our way around.
Yeah, so I'm Devin. I am the event coordinator here at United Black Element. And yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about this finale.
Yes. Lava, if you can go ahead and introduce yourself. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Lava. I'm
what's up?
Hey, Lava. Welcome. Thank you for joining us, Lava. Okay, let's start.
Lava.
Tori. Okay, this way.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tori Beaumont from Team Beaumont on Legendary.
Yes, the main attraction in the house. Yes. Next, London and your special guest.
So I'm Mother London from Escada, and this is.
Yo, Escada. What's up?
Shimmering in front of their gold background.
We can't see them.
Y'all's video. Okay, see, I knew it wasn't.
Hi, Chino.
They froze now.
I can't see you, baby.
But I'm loving that pose. So maybe if y'all go back, like leave out the studio and come back in. I think that's what y'all gonna have to do to get that worked out for y'all.
There y'all go.
Oh, y'all back.
Yeah.
Y'all back from outer space. Thank y'all. Okay, Champ.
Y'all back from outer space.
What's poppin'? What's up, everybody? The Champ is here. A little late today, but I am here.
You're on time.
Right on
time. Thanks for having me back. It's amazing to see my old cast members. Tori, the main attraction. Let me hold something.
Yes.
What's up, London and Yo-Yo? You gotta love Yo-Yo, everybody. With the hands. Zaparis, what's going on, baby? I love you. And Isla, what's up, my girl?
Yeah.
Zaparis, are you froze?
No.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the shade, honey. That's the shade.
Thin shade. Proceed.
Zaparis, go ahead and say hi to the people.
Hey everybody, it's me, the baddest bitch, the Paris, season 1 of the House of Ebony.
Yes. Okay, and we got the baby rapper in the house. Wait, what was the name? What was the nickname we came up with you for last week? I forgot. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the show.
I forget.
I forgot.
I got a really dirty verse for y'all. That's what's going on.
She definitely spit the verse real quick.
Yes.
Like real quick.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Sure. Go ahead.
You got it in?
Give us a quick little 1-2. Just warm the people up.
All right. this shit's gonna pop up like a bitch on a stick. So won't you get off that dick? Go on and lick my clit. I shit. And I don't just spit it, I spray. So you might want to take it the other way.
Yes.
Okay, go off. I love it.
All right.
The
So if you're rubbing off on her.
The FCC, if y'all are watching this, please don't find us, Miss FCC. It is all fun and games, okay? So let's get into the nitty gritty. We got our resident pop culturalist, Devin James. Devin, go ahead and tell us. We had 2 episodes to watch today, so break them down. Give
Y'all had me double time in the gym today. I was on the elliptical watching y'all like.
Yo, it was a journey.
First episode, we had Mega Houses, we had Ball Scotta and La Gorgeous. I'm so happy that they paired y'all together the way that they did. Well, it just happened that way, I guess, the way Erica picked. Because I feel like the attitude and just the chemistry wouldn't have been the same any other way. So it was really fun to see y'all mix and do y'all's thing together. My favorite category though was London and Jamari together. That was the best part of that episode. That was legitimately the best part of that episode to me. Because on that shade, I was here for it. When you said your necklace over there on the ground, I almost said.
But did I lie?
I'm like, no. It was everything. Like I really enjoyed the episode. So the first one was Atlantis under the sea. That was really cute. The costumes, I feel like they had enough time to finish them this time, so they were cute. By then there wasn't so many people. But yeah, and then finally we got to the what? You said kinda? The finale was everything.
Yeah, because like
It was less houses.
Yeah, less houses, but like still a lot of drama.
Almost like yeah, because like a lot of things was still being stitched on before even touching the runway, and like the dress was apart, and like so we had to hurry up and put all those together, and then go fill it. Yeah, but I loved it because it put me in that moment. It's just like, all right, I'm getting dolled up, still standing in my heels that I changed in. And so,
they're still in the same clothes.
Yo, listen.
You gave me everything I needed in that moment. You really did. You and Jamari's attitude together, though, like it was everything.
I agree. I feel like as much as I loved La Gorgeous, I loved them together. It was expected for me. I really enjoyed Bascata, and it was only because of how soft-spoken London is, and I mean that with love, because London is just amazing. London was the type of guy. Me and London had to be like the tallest guys on the show besides Jarrell. But it was like every time I saw London, it was just like, Ken! And I'm like, God damn, he's just as big as I am.
We're talking about like, listen, we soft out here.
Yeah, he was so gentle. While you had Jamari that was very stern throughout the whole season. I mean, from the door, Jamari was given just listen, I know some of you, some I don't. I am here for my coin, and I'm here to protect my kids. So I say all that to say it was really dope to see them two collab, and then they both don't mind being in a scandal. So I knew it was going to get crazy with them.
Come on, scandal.
Look, I was ready to be mother.
Right. Exactly.
But thank you, Jan. Thank you.
No problem, babes.
So, well, Tori, y'all got the money. So I'm just trying to get a hamburger or something.
$100,000.
Tori already
gonna take me out. It's all good.
I sent Tori my Cash App. I told her she's gonna take a loan. It's okay.
Right.
Hey, I'm trying to throw a digital ball soon. Could you sponsor a category?
Right.
It's like hitting the lottery. Everybody just come out the woodworks trying to ask for something. Like, number change. I don't. Do I know you? Who are you? Hello.
Right.
Listen.
Put some of it away.
So
Put some of
Mhm.
it away.
So we gonna get into that, Tori, and what that $100,000 feels like for the Balmains. You know, in just a moment.
Yeah.
Again, if y'all are watching this, please feel free to post your comments, questions in the little comment section, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, or wherever you're watching this, and we'll get to it. And if you are watching, also please send some hearts. Love the video. Don't just watch
Right.
it, love it, and then share it. Share it. Sharing is caring. Share it
Share.
in your timeline, share it in your messenger, share it in the groups, share it on Jack, Grinder, Christian,
Oh,
all of those things. Sharing is caring.
okay.
So I wanted to
Child.
talk to my soul sister for a second here. Yo Escala. We've been wanting to get you on the show for a while, so it's so amazing
Yes.
that we got you on tonight. And so we have to just ask you kind of our general questions that we all ask all the newbies. Everybody else here has been inducted into the family already. So
right.
this is your induction to the
Yes.
family. So go ahead and let the people know where you're from, who you are, and how you got your start in the ballroom community.
Okay. I'm from Boston. I grew up in Dorchester and Roxbury, Boston, Mass.
Massachusetts in the building.
And I'm a mom of two. Shout out to Mary Kismet. I love you.
Kind of hard to hear her.
Can you get closer? Can you come closer to the mic or
Oh, yeah.
something?
Oh, you know, you
We
probably
can't really hear
might
you.
have to get a
Sure.
little
She's
louder.
she real soft
Yeah.
spoken.
Can you hear me now?
That's gonna stop
Yeah,
it.
she's fine.
Yes,
All right, baby.
it's so soothing. Yes. I feel like when you talk, I'm just
Yeah,
being
there you go.
embraced by your voice. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Wow. Okay. Um, so talking more about who I am, like I said, I'm a mom of two. I have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I got into herbalism a few years ago, and I got into a lot of like deep, just a lot of like self crafting, like making jewelry, making body butters and stuff like that, and teaching dance. And so anyway, that's who I am. I'm a very creative person. I also do art and I like to create things. But and I'm also a hairdresser and a lot of other things. So how I got into ballroom, I would say I seen it first in 2005. I think it was House Gift Conference in New York,
Yep.
and it was Franklin was on it, and I seen Wackin' and I seen Bogan that night, and then it made me want to research more into it. So then I watched Paris is Burning, and then I was like, okay, I need to know where these balls are. Then I found out there was balls happening in Boston. Then I just got connected through different people, and what really brought me into it was I believe my friends they brought me to a practice and they put me in the house and then from there I was in it.
Yes.
I went out for my virgin vote in 2011 and I didn't really go forth with it. I was in and out, but yeah,
And
I
just
found my home.
and just to add on to that, guys, back in 2011, I came out
Yeah.
the same time, so we actually was at the same ball, but we didn't really get the chance to meet each other. But years forward, in 2017, I was throwing a workshop in Boston, and me and Yo Yo met that way, and we began our bond. And from there, I was just like, I see something in you that something in the future is just I feel like a bright,
Right.
some light at the end of the tunnel. So as I got to as I got to learn Yo Yo, she was really the light.
Oh,
So yeah, so now we are here today
Come on,
and
Light.
building on that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you said you're a herbalist. Did I hear you say you're a herbalist?
Yeah, I would say apprentice
Apprentice. Okay, come on,
in
how here
herbalism.
healing the people, connecting to our ancestral roots. I am with it all. Yes.
Yes, and I do Reiki too.
Okay. Well,
I do a lot of things.
for the
I
people who
just
don't
don't
know
like
what
to use
Reiki is,
name of
what is
it, but,
Reiki?
you know.
What is Reiki? Briefly, for the people who don't know what that is.
Okay, Reiki is an ancient practice. Dr. Yusui founded it years and years and years ago in China, I believe. And they really say it came from Egypt, you know, but it's a practice where he was meditating and he was granted all these symbols from the universe, and these symbols were used to heal people, channel energy. And I guess I don't want to get too far into that, but it's Reiki is using the universal chi to channel, energy to help you heal yourself. But it's really that you heal yourself because you're giving yourself permission for all that to happen. So, yeah. I don't know if that was complex
Yes.
enough,
No. I got that.
No, that was perfect. I like to tell people Reiki is like acupuncture, but without the needles. You know, you're getting energy flowing, getting those energy channels open, but it's great. So I recommend if you haven't gotten a Reiki session, y'all look into it. I know that's not what we're talking about, but per se for the show. But my sister Yo-Yo, we were gonna give her time to talk about her spiritual work because we out here healing right now. We are so legendary. Legendary. Everybody here with us tonight is legendary in their own right.
Most definitely.
Yeah. So, Tori, Balmain, $100,000. How does it feel? How you feeling in this moment? How did it feel on that stage when they said Balmain and it's like the legendary house?
Well, in that moment on the stage, it was like it was unreal. That's probably like why I did it. That's why it took me for so long probably to cry until I talked about my mom because it didn't dawn on me like yet. You know what I'm saying? And then when they asked me to start talking, that's when it kind of went down. Like it still haven't dawned on me like right now, even watching it on TV and stuff like that. It still hasn't like dawned on me yet. But it's just still surreal or whatever. It's like I don't know. It's hard to. I don't know. It's weird to explain. Hard to explain.
Like you still don't even like believe it's like even here.
Yeah.
I still feel like that for the show. You know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Isla, we were talking last week right before we went on air, and we were trying to get you to tell us who won, and you wouldn't. But you told us to guess, and who did I say? Balmain. I was like, they're gonna win. For some reason, I just felt it because I was just like, Lanvin been doing good, but I don't know. They don't have the attitude of a winner to me. Like they just don't have winner attitude. Like they very sorry. That's just my opinion. It's just I don't know. I was like they were doing well consistently. It was just for me, it was something off. And so they showed their ass in the last episode, though.
I mean,
yes, they did.
Story arcs, and do you want to see the people that always win, or do you want people to find their way win?
When I see Jamari in that 3 episodes ago when he had that costume and just flew away. When I seen that, it was like, yeah, that we could have stopped the whole season at that point. Yeah, we could have.
That was last week.
Yeah.
Just last week. Yeah, because I had been saying it the whole time. I feel like every week. I feel like they just kept sleeping on y'all. I was like, why are they not giving Balmain they credit? Because I'm like, y'all should have had won a superior trophy to me, but
nobody gives Balmain their credit. They still don't want to give Balmain their credit even now. But at the end of the day, it's like it's only. I'm gonna be honest. It's only simply because it's a group of people. It's a group of people that nobody know. Because if it was a group of Balmains that people knew, I kind of feel like people really wouldn't care. And I feel like the same would have went for the Escadas, you know what I'm saying? And the same thing would have went for the Gucci's. It no matter what, each one of the three of us would have won, it would have been a problem due to the fact that nobody really we don't have a ballroom career. But due to the fact that the Lavans won, if you know what I'm saying, it would have been a whole different scenario. Not just for the fact that they did good through the competition, but due to the fact that people know them more in the scene. You see what I'm saying? So right now, that's really what all this shade is about, and that's why I'm paying it, and I'm going to the bank with my check.
Hello.
Legendary group. No shade, bro.
Tori, can you back me in? Tori, tag me in.
Tag.
So, um, speaking about ballroom careers, now I just want to talk about one part when they're talking about the Virgin being about like a local thing. First of all, nobody has been local here. You know what I mean? It's definitely from Erica. I only seen her in New York. So I only seen her at New York Rumble Balls, New York Awards Balls, Latex. That's all home base. So if you're talking about a home base and walking there, that's considered you as a virgin, then you must be a virgin yourself. Because I haven't seen you outside of these states. So and I feel like on the show, I feel like it brought a kind of a different message about our statements that we have in our culture. Real virgin is about you being into the scene for about a year. You are virgin. After 2 years to three, you are a star. Then 3 to 6 is like a statement. From 6 to like 10 is a legend. From
Seven to
10 and
ten.
up, and if you deserve it, yes, thank you. You know what I mean? That's the structure of it. You can't say people that stay in your own city under a virgin. And mind you, Cheyenne has walked in different states more than you. She has walked in Philly, North Carolina, Kentucky. So pull up your clips.
Show me the receipts, honey.
That's
Show
all.
me the receipts. So
That
the
is all.
Paris. I know the people, you just been sitting over there giving us doll, Barbie out the box, like you just fresh off the production line. Go ahead, give us your breakdown on how this whole thing unfolded. The people are wanting to know what the Paris
Um,
thinks.
when I saw it, I want to say that it was by far 8 and 9 have to be like added to my top favorite episodes of the season. Being as though we wasn't there, it was kind of like we get the same idea that y'all get. Like I don't know the the logistics because I wasn't there. I'm seeing it just through TV, so my opinion is based off of that alone. I really feel like all of the looks was just
What you
so
doing?
exceptional.
What you
Like,
doing?
I'm pretty sure for season
You okay?
two,
You good?
um,
You good? Go
oh, did
ahead.
he mute?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure for season two that is gonna be giving that type of quality throughout the entire season instead of it like gradually growing. You know what I mean? Because when you look back on the season and it's like so many missed opportunities, I feel like when it came down to wardrobe, that when you finally see the end finale, you like, well, damn, like, bitch, why everybody can look like that from the beginning? You know what I mean? Um,
Right.
but for me, as far as from a ballroom standpoint and a ballroom perspective, I really wasn't impressed by the grand finale like thing. Like everybody was, it was cute. The live ins was so like to me it was predictable. It was something that they kind of gave all throughout the whole season. They brought Erica out. She came in the middle. Boom. It was that. You know what I mean? And then for everybody else, it was just like I've been saying. It's like execution. Like when you look at the ninjas, every time they got on the stage, the way that they all executed it, it made it give you that like almost perfection. You know what I mean? Like very stage worthy performance. Like 100K worthy performance. Whereas like with other houses, we weren't all blessed to have everybody be of that caliber when it came down to like having stage presence and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was just like ball wise, ideally, when you go to a ball and then like you do like house versus house, they're gonna send out certain people so that when you match them up, it's gonna be a hot battle. You know what I mean? When it came down to the Balmains versus the Lanvins, when you look at it, the only hot real vocals that they had is Michaela. You know what I mean? So when y'all had to break down the elements, it wasn't gonna give you the excitement that you saw when Michaela went against Shorty, or when you saw Jamari go against Wilma, or when you saw Jamari go against Shorty. You know what I mean? And I feel like next season they need to bring and they need to stick more based around what they say that the show is about. It's supposed to be a Vogue competition show, but we didn't even experience real voguing until 6, 7, 8, and 9. And by that time, all the houses that had voguers in their houses was gone. You know what I mean? Not saying that they don't have voguers either. What I'm saying is that when it would have gave what they wanted to see throughout the entire season. You know what I mean? Like how everybody's raving about Michaela running up the wall versus Jeter. You could have got that throughout the season had they, been more Vogue oriented. But beyond that, like I loved it, bitch. The whole Naomi they Sean intro in the beginning was
That was
sickening, bitch.
everything.
Motherfucking
Yes.
y'all looks was the T, bitch. London when y'all came out and they came out on top as like, bitch. I feel like we was in an Olympic like
Yes.
God movie. No shade, bitch. You came out
Thank
had the
you.
wings. Your drag was sitting,
Yeah.
bitch. They had you mugged
Thank
out the
you.
game. It's no shade, bitch. With the live ins when they came out and they, they had the whole fog. Mind you, my whole thing about the live ins was the performance was at its peak before Erica came out. Then when Erica came out, it kind of just lost momentum. It was just like, well, girl, y'all just gave that away. You know what I mean? And then with the Balmains have always been consistent. They were just like our house. We were that consistent house that kind of rode the wave. Like you can never say we was in the bottom, or you can never say it was in the top, but we remained consistent throughout the whole competition. And so when it came down to it, bitch, they entrusted their leader, which is Jamari, with ideas and putting everything together, and the team, and it showed on the stage. And I feel like when you compare the two, based off of the last episode, not based off of what's been happening the entire season, but exactly what happened right then and there, the Balmains won. Like,
And correct me if I'm wrong. They were in the first episode where like people actually got houses actually got eliminated. The Balmains was in the bottom two that first time, right?
mm-hmm.
So for
Yeah.
them,
We was on the
Yeah, the
bottom
very
two, episode 2.
the bottom two to the top, like started from the bottom. Now we here. Yes, I'm here for all of that. Yes.
Love it.
And from the beginning I kind of have like adopted myself into two houses. I give myself I'm an honorary Ebony and an honorary Balmain because like that was my bias the whole season because it's a Paris and Cali, like those my people. And so it's like I love everybody. I love everybody on the show. Like really, like the Scotters, Kent, Tori, all y'all my people. Isla, y'all my people now. We family. But I was rooting for the Ebonies and the Balmains. Like I was riding hard. When the Ebonies went home, I was ready to storm the castle. But I'm good. They can keep their castle now that at least one of my houses won. So we good. We good. We good.
Yeah, because I was definitely rooting for Balmain, and of course I was biased to Balmain and Ebony. But Escada, y'all really had won me over. I don't know what episode it was, but it was something about like y'all's personalities. Y'all were the most personable people on there to me. Like y'all were real. I don't know. That was just me watching.
They was a
I
calm
agree.
through the storm. They was a calm through the storm.
See, that's what we was trying to touch on last week when I had got attacked by Twilight. You know what I mean? What I was basically saying is that every house, and let me take my shades off so y'all can see how sincere I'm trying to be about my statement. Um, every
Oh my
house
God.
every
Calm down,
house
calm down.
contributed. Every house contributed something to the show, and with the Escadas, like Champ was saying, and it's almost like that was their entire house. Like they were so soft, like throughout the entire season, even they last performance. When anytime y'all saw them voguing, and that's the thing, like when you appreciate the art of performance, you can appreciate a soft and cunt bitch. No shade. Even when she don't want to ever come out her element, you just have appreciation for it because that's her element, and that's what London was like. And the whole House of Escada, they were soft and cunt throughout the entire
Mm-hmm.
season, and it's like
Hmm.
And
that's
you
the
have to get
thing,
into it.
right? And that's the thing. Like we want people to really take away from the show beyond like the glam and shit like that. Like ballroom has so many different layers to it, so you can't be just so stuck on one type of thing, like because it's so broad. It's so many diverse things that you can find. There's so many, and that's the beauty that makes a ballroom. Like because we not all the same, but when we all come together, we all create this magical picture. Like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I
Champ,
agree.
give us your reaction. Give us your breakdown on
My final, well, my reaction for the final episode was probably just what it was. I had mixed reviews about like who I thought was gonna win because I do feel as if like maybe a lot of people slept on the House of Escada, and I don't think it has to do with their talent because they are so talented as we see. I think it was more so because like they just wasn't in the mix. You get it? And like they were really chill. And this what I was trying to say to you earlier, Yo-Yo, on Facebook when I was like, y'all were friendly but not friendly. It was like a lot of us kind of like mingled around, or a lot of us, went outside or tried to interact with others. Not saying that the Escadas didn't, but they really didn't. Like you may catch them in the morning at a call time downstairs speaking with everybody. But what I know of about the Escadas is they were really in their own world. Like when I was there the first time, and even when I came back, they were still just like so tight knit to each other. So a lot of people just, I don't know. They overlooked that. Like they really overlooked that. You know what I'm saying? And was like, oh, the Escada's here. Oh, the Escada's got something to do. But they were bringing it. And actually, you guys did the best performance for me. Like when Yo-Yo when did the ball thing, like that when Tyra carried that night. No cap, that was one of the best performances of the entire season. Okay, like y'all carried that. No shade.
Y'all did.
As far as the ball mains had a lot of structure. Okay, so a lot of people want to jab Jamari for crying. I even made jokes about him crying. I'm gonna keep it a stat. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh god, here it comes. I see the tear, or joking. However, who the fuck am I, or is anybody else to try to make a joke about someone who is basically showing their emotion to their family? Yeah, I joked about it because like I was around the jokes, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I felt that shit. So if I can feel it, I can only imagine how his kids felt when they were in their own time. And Jamari kind of comes from the same era that I come from in ballroom. And we know shade. We know shade. We feel shade. Bitch, even when you try and like not to be shady, but be shady, like I'm looking at you like, and Jamari knew that. So Jamari kept that structure along the way. And, that's what made them succeed to be the winners. That's what made them beat to the top. And they were very creative. We cannot take away no shade. The House of Ballman was creative as fuck. Okay. So again, they have won. Shout out to them. And as far as the live in goes, like I just fucking love the live ins. Like I love Zay. I loved everyone individually, but like Zay and Erica, like they just did something to me. Erica's whole story alone was phenomenal. It was dope. The things that she's went through, as I said last time I was here. So like I'm here for everything that Erica got going on. She made it. Her and her house made it win $1,000, but they most certainly left a mark on season one of Legendary. So I mean, the winners who won, they won, and it's entitled to them. So everybody else, honestly, whether you like it or not, can just shut the fuck up.
And you heard it from the champ himself, right here. Listen, y'all.
I want to get into it.
We thank all of y'all. We thank all of y'all for watching. The Paris wants to get into it, so we're gonna let the Paris get into it. But
save that energy for the floor, to Paris.
before the Paris get into it, y'all go ahead and share this. Share this live. Again, quick little PSA. If you need access to any kind of sexual health, STD, HIV testing, treatment, things
Get
of that
tested,
nature,
everyone.
please let us know. Let us know. We can hook you up here in Dallas or wherever you may be. We know lots of people. We'll get you connected. So, and actually, the Ballmains out in LA, Jamari, you can hit Jamari up. He's doing the thing out there in LA, getting the people connected to the resources that they need. So, you can get with the winning team. Get with the winning team. Be on the winning side of sex. Okay. So, Zapiris, before we go to you, I want to hear from my sister Isla. Isla, what you got? Tell us what you thought about
8 and 9
and episode 9 and 8, because we only had it was 9 and 8, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So
baby.
it really
Right. I'm like, who says it backwards? That's never mind.
Listen, mind your business. Mind your business.
Full disclaimer, I still think episode 5 is the best episode of the season.
Okay.
But I'm extremely biased. Me, 8 and 9, I had so much fun being a spectator. I was not crazy about 7. I was not crazy about 6. But 8 and 9, I really just enjoyed myself. And 8 was pretty good. 9 was really good, I thought. 8 was fun. I had a lot of fun Costumes were great. Ideas were great. Jamari and London's performance was just
everything.
thing.
It was nice.
And to see London throw the shade back was
Right.
like,
I didn't expect it, but I was so happy they did.
because I wish they had given me one. I do have a spine. I have a backbone, despite the edits they showed. I would like to put some of my moments in there, but it was really nice to have that moment with London, because London is just so like, someone just commented on the comment thing that he's like Jesus, and he really has that kind of energy. I mean, it's just intoxicating when you're around him. I was just like, this is one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life. And but to see him like bite back was just everything. And legendary Jamari. That's all Jamari is saying all day is hashtag legendary. And let me talk about Jamari. Look, Jamari's one of the people that taught me how to vote. To me, that's my Vogue uncle. And Jamari is, if you're from the West Coast, you know that it's just like, anytime Jamari fucking walks, it's just like, all right, he's going to win. I mean, he is just the fiercest competitor. And I knew going into this show, I knew Jamari was going to be the problem. I mean, Jamari is one of the smartest people I know.
Yo, I didn't mean to cut you off. Yo, he pulled a me on a me. Like, this is so funny. I say this now. We were in passing, and I'm so sorry. I have to let people know this. I've told a few friends. So me and the St. Laurents were getting out of our van to get ready to go into the what do you call it? The compound. The Balmains were coming out of the compound, you guys. So picture me telling this story slow, but this is happening fast, okay? So we're getting out, they're coming in, and as soon as me and Jamari, boom, pass each other, he reaches out and hits me with a stern snap. Like it was so stern, and it was like right before my nose. And I was like, oh, okay, somebody's had a bad day. And he was like, just know it's on. And didn't even turn around. Like, it was so me. I gagged, but I had to like have a quick rebuttal. You know what I'm saying? Because it's me. But as I went into the compound and in there with my girls, I was like, that bitch tried it. Did y'all see that? Like, I couldn't believe it, yo. It was so funny. I'm never gonna forget that day in my life.
Well, so full disclosure, like, I personally never saw it so typically Jamari walks realness with a twist, and I never saw it for him. To me, he was always Vogue Femme. And I never saw it. Right? I never saw it, but I have to give it to him. I saw it on this show. I saw his realness with a twist multiple times. And here's the other thing: you almost never Corey, did he ever vote in heels before the final episode?
I think the first episode.
No, I don't think he did. See,
we didn't do no heels. We didn't do no heels until the final episode.
Exactly. Do you see how fucking smart he is? Jamari is known for being lethal in the heel. Why did he final episode to put on his heels? And when I saw those heels, I know Jamari, and I said, "Oh, whoop, it's over. Jamari's heels are on. He is an assassin."
Yep,
you can't deny. Like, the Landvins are pristine and exclusive. I mean, they pretty much walked into the show and they already all had booking agents, like good booking agents, right? They are cream of the crop. So, you know, you watch them win the whole season because they are fabulous.
Right.
Fabulous.
You know, but this is TV. You know, we want a story arc, and the Balmains are they are a very special family. Again, being from not only the West Coast but from LA, like, I know all those kids. They all walked their first time pretty much at my ball, except for Callie. And they are a true ballroom family. The Escadas are too. To me, those two like the definition of what a ballroom house is. And so, you know, it went the way it went. I mean, let's sit here and break down the five elements. That last battle, right?
Well,
Disclaimer: those were my vocals. My husband did that last track, and those were my vocals. The catwalk. I didn't write those vocals. I would never say "quack it up," but anyway, let's break down those battles, right?
Right.
Who do you think they voted? Who was the winner of each one? All right, catwalk. Callie.
It was it wasn't Erica because she literally just walked.
Erica. It was floor performance. Pack Rat versus Charlie. It was Charlie. Right? Hands. Again, Jamari walked in and outhanded the person who won hands.
Yeah, because I expected that to still go back to Gravity so they could battle.
I love Gravity.
But
Jamari tells a story with his hands like no one else that I know. Again, he is an assassin. And then, okay, next element, spin dip, Zay Landman. I disagree with you, Paris. I think Zay is another strong voter in the house.
Zay ate spinning dips though. He ate it. Zay did good for spinning dips.
He did.
And then, and then what am I missing? Duck Walk with Michaela.
Yeah, Michaela won. Yeah, Michaela.
I see more from because Tori was doing some really cute shit too. I need to see more of
what I can say. They didn't give me justice on the edit for my duck walk, no shit, because I told that duck walk up, and they didn't give me justice for my duck walk because if you know me from LA, I duck walk down. That's my element of choice, and I duck walk down. They didn't give me my due deals on the edit for my duck walk, and that's all I'm gonna say. And y'all can take it how y'all want to take it. Period.
You won. You got you won the money.
Duck walk down. Okay.
Again, when it came to Michaela, it was just like anytime anyone went against Michaela, you knew that the judges, regardless, were going to vote for Michaela.
Handicap.
Time.
Hold on, text.
So, Paris.
I'm on a Zoom call with the HBO people from the show.
Shout out to Sam. Sam has been on vacation, you know, doing his Doug Thizzle out in the world. Sam is one of our beloved family members here as well. So, Sam, thank you for tuning in. Paris, you wanted to have the floor. Here's your moment. What you got?
Oh my God. I ain't request the floor. Don't do that. What I want to say is let's bring it full circle. So in ballroom, and let's just get some understanding to who y'all are seeing, you know, on this show, like, and a real breakdown of how ballroom works. So in the earlier episodes, the Escadas came on and they had a whole London said that basically, you know, ballroom isn't nice, that we need to start being more shadier. So in ballroom, the nice girls, they don't finish first. Okay. And that's being honest. Like the reason why y'all see me and Isla clash is we came to understand and know that we came from two different type of motherly backgrounds. You know, like I came from go get an extension cord and I'm gonna beat your ass until you act right. You know, Isla comes from
hippie.
Stop. Just stop. Time out.
I'm sick. Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? So in ballroom, how that translates is how y'all see how like Isla is very, you know, she's giving everybody accolades. I'm not that type of bitch. You know what I mean? Like it's understood off the floor. You know, if we good girlfriends enough, you understand that it's you know where I'm coming from. But as far as if we ever are to socialize or be seen by people of outside or anything like that, it's always I'm the baddest bitch. You know what I mean? I'm the number one girl. I don't give a fuck about nothing that you talking about. I don't even care if you beat me, girl. Guess what? You know, and it's like that type of attitude. That's why like I have appreciation for like how Law was on the show, because in ballroom you have a lot of judges that sit on panels and give it up like Law, and it's no shade. You know what I mean? Very ballroom is not a fair game. Do not come into ballroom thinking that everything is gonna be fair. You have to be a political statue in ballroom. You know what I mean? You have to become someone that is of some type of caliber, which is why like in the scene where like Erica was attacking London them, for people of ballroom, it was kind of like, well, girl, now I feel like you trying it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna call everybody on that team virgins. You know what I mean? Like if we gonna do it, we're gonna do it the right way. Period. And then on top of that, if you're gonna sit there and try to call somebody out, we can really take it there to a whole nother level in ballroom, and let's bring out our real resumes. Okay? Because in ballroom, every category, like I was explaining to Chris, which was one of our managers for the crew, that ballroom is so broad now, it's so competitive that in realistic terms, it's hard for you to be a top bitch. Like no shade. When you think about realness with a twist, you think about Champ. It's undeniable. You know what I mean? When you think about legendary film queen face top 10, Erica is not in that lineup. And that's not me being shady. That's me being real. You know what I mean? Because that's what ballroom is. Erica is not going to stand next to a Didi Chanel or a Temperance or a Sasha Sanchez or Raquel Lord and get the same accolades. It's no shade. So the fact that, she did that on the show, it was kind of like, for somebody like me, my whole thing is I always tell myself I will always remain humble in everything that I do, regardless of any type of praise that I get. Like, I know where I started from and I know where I'm going, and I know that at the end of the day, it's all of this is not anything beyond a blessing. You know what I mean? So I don't like when people get to a certain caliber and now you start bullying. Like I don't tolerate that at all. Like if we're gonna be shady, we're gonna be shady. We're not gonna be a bully. You know what I mean? So that's basically really all I want to say is that at the end of the day, it's so many different layers that y'all really can take from the show. Like everybody on that show is legendary at this point to me in my eyes because the shit that we had to go through and to know, like, a lot of us, this was our first time in television doing anything like this. So the experience beyond the money was well worth it. And at the end of the day, we will all always have that to say about each other, like we experienced that together. But at the end of the day, guess what? We all still got to step back into the real world, the real ballroom world.
Tasha.
You know what I always said to my house is that we're like soldiers at war. And when soldiers go to war, it's almost they go through this traumatizing experience, and they may not like everyone that's stationed with, but you love them on a whole other profound level because there's a shared traumatic experience there. And no one else in your life can understand what you went through other than those people. And the whole cast, it's like that. I mean, they'll be fighting and whatnot, but trust, like the love and respect amongst each other is gonna last a lifetime.
Yes, Paris, Isla, Ebony, thank y'all for sharing that. I really appreciate that perspective, and the people appreciate the education. Paris, girl, if in the corona they're gonna be looking for new teachers because they trying to make the teachers go back and they about to walk out. So you might want to send them your resume because you educate the girls.
Can I say another thing real quick? Speaking of
quick,
I loved how they handled the corona element in that episode. It gave me chills.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to talk about that. We're gonna circle back to that, but I have the great honor and pleasure. I'm so excited for this moment to bring on a very, very special guest. In honor of this $100,000. The Balmains, the main attraction of the Balmains, Father Jamari. Welcome to the show. Let's give Jamari a round of applause. Yes.
Let's not give Jamari a round of applause.
I think you deserve it. I think you deserve it. Congratulations. We're gonna give you your flowers.
She
so
kills
how does
me.
it feel?
I appreciate it. Anybody but the heart kills you apparently because you're so dark.
Girl, no, time out. First of all, before you even speak, let me make one motherfucking thing clear. First and foremost, I didn't even know I had a baby daddy, okay, until I got on this fucking show. So the fact that I had to pull up and find out that I was allegedly getting banged up by this moron, Jamari is a motherfucking dick. He is a real pain in the ass. He's very sarcastic. He is very rude. He is just like, you see how he's sitting there? Look at him. Look. Everybody look. All them tears on the show, all that shit that you was pulling. Guess what? I want my child support because guess what? That 100,000 is mine, Negro. It's mine.
Back to you at the news desk, Jamari. Angry baby mama. You got baby mama power.
Yeah.
As fuck. I don't know. I'm happy that the show is over and I can actually like speak. I try not to speak mainly because of the show and how I was being ran and shit like that. Not because of NDAs or anything like that. It's just it's easier to have your voice heard when people are actually ready to listen. I think right now people had their opinion of what they wanted and who they wanted on the show and how they
I
wanted the show
love
to be
that.
ran versus just listening to people once it's over. So now that everybody is here and listening, first of all, I'm an emotional person. I cry in good conversation. I just don't cry with you guys because you guys don't have that much, to talk about when it comes to good conversation. And I don't mean that in shade or anything like that. I just feel like a lot of ballroom people only talk about ballroom shit. I don't talk about ballroom shit when I'm not in ballroom mode. And as far as
Oh
Isla's
my
comment about
God.
me being
Thank you,
real,
Jesus.
Isla, you do not know me outside of ballroom to know my realness. First of all, when I started ballroom, I was a nigga, braids, baggy t-shirt, big jeans. But I grew up and understood that realness is just who and how you carry yourself. I don't carry myself like that outside of ballroom. You see me in ballroom mode, yes, you see faggotry, you see cunt, you see lipstick, you see everything in high heels. Outside of that, you don't see that. So that's one thing. You can
Yeah. We
deny
don't
it
give
or
no
not
fuck.
discredit
And
me
we
as
still
much as
don't
you
see it.
like. I am legendary for realness with a twist. I really could care less how people don't see
We
it.
don't see it.
And you, again, I don't care less. I could care less. You already know how I feel about your talk. So you just
I think
um
it's more of a battle thing. It's
as
not.
far as
It's
like
not that
how
serious.
the show was running, what the show did, and as about us, huh?
He froze.
Wait, who said
Keep
that?
going, Jamari. Keep
I
going.
was saying she was giving you props.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you, Yoda.
I don't. As far as us winning the show and how
Wow.
that goes, like I respect how the show was ran. I didn't have to be nasty or rude every time we didn't win. If we didn't win, like everybody on the show knew that it was a point system, and if somebody won two categories, they technically automatically won. So if I only won one category for me and my whole house, I automatically know we didn't win. This wasn't about showmanship. This was about TV show. This was a competition for one. So everybody's so fixated on ballroom. This is a ballroom competition. This is not a regular ball. So I was not bothered by not winning Superior House because at the end of the day, all of us, the first day we were told there was a clean slate. Nobody's points accumulated to the next function. So regardless of how many balls you won or how many balls you lost, it didn't really matter when you went to the next ball. So it's like normal life. When you go to a ball, your points don't add up. You don't say, I won last week, so I should win this ball. That's not how that works.
That's
Every ball was a new ball. So at the end of the day, if we did what we needed to do to coast, which is exactly what I wanted to do, I said from jump that we were going to be the sneaky assassins of this show, and we were going to continue to, as long as we didn't get put out, we was good. And I told myself that I would never be on the bottom again, not because I didn't want to lose, but because that was the worst feeling ever to have to send somebody's home for their own, craft. And like people, all of us there were hungry. We wanted that. That was the worst feeling ever that I've ever had on that show was being the person to send a whole house full of people home. So for everybody that has something to say about me crying, I cry a lot because I was very emotional through this show. Not just because I'm an emotional person, but we had 4 days to put together a function. And one was wardrobe, one was music, one was hair and makeup, and the next day was a show. In that time, shit wasn't fucking right a majority of the time. And I don't fault production for that because they don't know no better. We were the guinea pigs. So for this show, everything was put together last minute. And if production said, "Ooh, we like that," then they changed their mind and did, "Ooh, we like that," then we had to do it because they thought it was good for TV. We had no choice in that. We had to suck it up. And a lot of our costumes, and not just us, a lot of not just the ball mains, a lot of the houses costumes weren't complete, and we got judged for that. Like every time y'all see me, if I had to walk a second category, I never had on the same outfit. Period. The intergalactic outfit was the same outfit. That was the first time I've ever had to wear the same outfit, and I was pissed. and it was not anybody's fault other than the time. I can't blame wardrobe because they didn't have this or they didn't do that. I blame the time frame because they didn't know what was going on. They
We
didn't
only had
expect us to
3
have
days.
creative
Yeah.
minds as they thought. They thought we were going to think big and it was going to be fun, but we had 3 days to put up over 50 people's costumes and everybody thought big. So they started with the
Yes.
Escadas because they had the biggest concept, so they had to go through this and it was big, and then they had to trickle down. And because depending on who had the less work, that's how they went, and that's how I figured. Because this is not my
Yeah.
first time show business. They went with whoever was the hardest and went down and trickled from there. I get it. I'm not. I can't be mad at the Escadas
Yes.
for thinking big. I should have thought big too.
Thank you.
So at the end of the day, when
And
things go awry, everybody wants to blame ballroom. They want to blame like the situation instead of what really happened. And
So it sounds
on the
like
show, we went through a lot of shit. Go ahead.
it's really hard to put black excellence in the box, and that was one of the things that
yes.
you had to
Hey,
just really work through.
Yes.
Thank
Say that,
you.
Jalen.
it is pretty hard
And
to,
Jamari,
but
I just want to say, hi, baby.
I
My our
boo.
camera turned off when you came in. I just want to say, hey, baby, I love you.
Love you too.
Hey, Jamari.
But I literally made a public service announcement about us winning this show to my house. Do not be nasty. Do not be rude. If anybody has something to say, just hashtag legendary and let it be that. Because at the end of the day, we don't have to validate why we won. You look at the last episode and you look at all the productions, and we did great. What you guys don't know is during that 5 elements, we had to do it twice.
Definitely.
So we did it twice, and it was not anything pre-recorded. It was just because they wanted to see more. So we did it again. And when we did it again, it was a whole different outcome than it was the first time.
right.
It was just one of those things in ballroom when they say we want to see more. I want to see more. It's a $400,000. I need to see more. So we gave them more. And at the end of the day, I wasn't pressed about it because I'm like that any other time. I don't do give me more, bitch. If you didn't see it, I'm fine with losing. I have no problem. I'm not a sore loser at all. If we would have lost, we would have lost.
Girl, pay
I have
attention
no.
this
I
time.
don't
Okay.
understand
Oh
why
shit.
ballroom is like everybody has this sore loser mentality where they lose and they want to fight or they want to argue or they want to be upset. Like we're never gonna fix ballroom because we're not fixing ourselves. And I feel like everybody wants to fight and go through it and have problems and shit like that. And we never really get anybody's like, oh, we want ballroom to be better, ballroom to be great again, but we can't be great because everybody's still acting like assholes. Everybody, I get it, the shade and all that shit is fun and cute, but at the end of the day, like that shit ain't necessary. Everybody wants to say like, it's fun and dandy when you with your girls and with your Judies, but like even right now, like just seeing people say shady shit, especially my friends, it hurts my feelings because I feel like y'all my friends and y'all and they do underline shit. They say, "Oh, congratulations to X, Y, and Z," but I still don't congratulate me if you really didn't want to congratulate me. At the end of the day,
Okay.
just say how you feel. I really give zero fucks how you feel, but don't make it seem like you're being my friend and being nice to me. Don't be nice to me. Just be real. I have no problem. If I was on a panel and I'm very close to Champ, me and Champ were in houses together. If Champ was to vote over me, I wouldn't look at Champ like, bitch, you tried it. I'd be like, congratulations. That just means I need to work harder for you next time. I'm
Right.
not that person. When I lose, it makes me better. And I feel like people lose and they feel like they lose thunder and they're never going to be good again. Like, no, fuck that. If you like the Vans, they won and won and won and just thought that they was going to continue to win. I'm a sneaky assassin. Like let's say I was smart. I'm great. I love voguing in heels. I chose not to vogue in heels because I needed them to see something at the end. If I made it to the end, they needed to see something. I'm smart.
I
I
I've
think
been
would agree.
competitive for a
your
very
strat-
long time.
your
I think
strategy definitely paid off very well. Go ahead, champ.
I think when it comes to and this is about you and I here because it's never vocally been said. Like I'm on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, right? They completely love and adore you on the West Coast, right? Whereas I come out there, I'm gonna have to like really bring it. On the East Coast, a majority of the people love me. Please know, and it's not because you won this show. I have absolutely nothing against you. In fact, I live for how you do things. Okay, and I've never had the chance to like actually tell you this before you came on the live, I was literally just laughing and expressing to them the snap thing you gave when I was coming into the compound. So just know that you are great, you are dope, and bitch, you're a legend for the
Thank
category.
you.
Whether if I'm carrying it or not, it's because I'm your competition, and I'm a very competitive person. And I think a majority of the people on this live, Tori, you may not know, Zaparis knows that, Allah has grew to know that. I'm just very competitive though. But you, bro, you won. Like you got the bragging rights. You don't even want the bragging rights, but you got it. You did it, and you did it for your kids. So can't no bitch say not nothing. Please
Man,
don't.
another thing. I am really, grateful in this moment to see
Thank you, champ. I love you.
my black
Thank
brothers
you,
that
God.
can come together and show each other love in the moment. Because, although we can compete and stuff, at the end, one of us shine, we all shine. And
Yep,
Definitely.
I really
I
love what
won.
you said about the realness thing. It's so hard, I feel,
That's real.
to be real and show up and be their most authentic selves and not what society says that they should be, but what you really feel in your heart. And I feel like throughout the show, that's really what you gave is who you are in your heart, not necessarily who Ballroom say you should be or who HBO said you should be. Although you knew that there was constraints that you had to work in because it was TV, you still gave your authentic self in every
Right.
moment of it. So I think, again, hands down, you and your house deserve to win. And as I was saying earlier, I don't know if you're watching them, but I consider myself an honorary Balmain and Ebony, so I was biased the whole show. The whole show. I didn't care if somebody else deserved. No, Balmain, no, Ebony, the whole show.
Oh, thank you. I
Awesome.
appreciate that.
So
Definitely.
I
Ebony,
I'm so
do greatly appreciate you, champ. As far as I've never had an issue or anything like that with you. Like, it's always been love. Even like when the whole snap.
It was
I think
over,
I was just
bitch.
having a bad day, and I knew that if I did something to you, I would feel better because the way you look just made me smile a little bit on the inside. And I was already having a bad day because you know how you can fuck with somebody and they'll make you
Over.
smile.
It was over. I gagged.
And
Like I,
it was like when I saw you, and I just saw you like, yes, bitch, we finna fuck this up, and I was like, oh, bitch, no, he look too happy right now. let me fuck him up real quick.
threw my whole little 10 minutes off when I first got
It
in the
was
room.
it was fun though. It was cute. It made me smile. So like, it's little things. It's a lot of things and a lot of people on the show that made me like smile.
Right.
yeah.
We
so as
even
we're
like
like,
I fucking like get this bitch. The Paris gets on my nerves, but I do care about the little evil bitch. I just you when
Too.
you find out like who people really are, like he has a very tough shell, and so that is how he expresses things. People like
As hell though.
little girls when they like you, they be mean to you. When they
Yeah.
long, that's his mentality. He has that like I like you, but I can't let you know I like you because I don't want you up in there like that. So I'm gonna just be keep you at a distance, and I understand that, and so that's why we always had banter. That little bitch, that mouth, ooh, that mouth.
right.
But I had to shut her up and show her how to do it. But
Oh,
I just really think that Ballroom has gone and is going to be in a better place because of this show. I feel like us putting our foot in the water for this first season means that second season is going to be that much better. I feel like now that all the publicity and everything has happened, they'll be able to listen to Ballroom differently now. I feel like they'll be able to have a different voice when it comes to season two, and I feel like whoever's on season two, you bitches are lucky down. I would have loved to been on season two because I feel like it's gonna be bitches coming from chandeliers and all kinds of shit because they gonna have a different budget. Like it's gonna be that much better. So I do greatly appreciate, and I feel like this win, regardless of what happens, this win is not just for me. This win is for everybody in Ballroom because at the end of the day, we did it collectively and showed the world what we do outside of the real world. We get to give them a glimpse of our world and where we live our reality from time to time. So at the end of the day, every time someone says something, I say thank you and shit. But I really feel like for everybody in Ballroom, this was our foot in the door, and I feel like hopefully this opens doors for everybody as far as acting and singing, dancing, whatever the fuck y'all want to do. Like I really hope that this really helps because at the end of the day, like I say, I'm glad we won. If anybody won, I'm glad we did because we got to show a different side of Ballroom because like we have that family side. We don't have that like that high up like attitude towards Ballroom. We're very humble. We're very you out of here. Call me. Um we're very humble, and I feel like that was a side of ballroom that people needed to see outside of the shade and the shit. I feel like they needed to see that, and I feel like the Escadas definitely did a really good job of that too. As far as like showing that unity and that love and like that soft spokenness. I literally lived for London and all that mouth he had in episode
I love
8
that.
because we
Listen,
made our mind. We're gonna be up there. We're gonna be very demure.
too much,
And
you
that
gotta
bitch
let
was
it
like,
out.
and your chain.
And your chain.
That's
She has on the same
hey,
outfit. I said, oh shit. I was like, that's where we going?
I
Okay,
changed my
okay,
heels.
okay.
That's what
So,
I'm saying.
so listen, y'all.
We
We're coming up on the end of our show. So before we end, I do want to talk about season 2. Can y'all give any predictions y'all may have for season 2? And also,
It's gonna be nasty.
shout out to Raja from Drag Race, and our sister here in Dallas.
Hey, Raja.
What do y'all want to
Hi,
see?
Raja.
Hi, Raja. What's up, baby?
So, what y'all predict for season 2? What y'all see? Come on,
Season 2. Let's start with you, Tori.
What do I see for season 2? I'm mad. First of all, I'm mad that they talking about it's gonna be in LA. Because,
Yeah.
baby, do you know what I could have done for the fact that it was in LA if it was our season?
You don't have
I know. I'm pissed. Pissed.
But you know what? Honestly, if anybody, I want to actually, honestly, I want to see the West come and do this show, and this is the reason why. Because people from the team that was on the West, and I love the West Ham, but they was, they made some comments basically saying that they was watching the show and they didn't, they could have did better than some of the other teams that was on the show. So I want to see them come on the show and do better and see where they would have actually gotten if they didn't get sent home the second episode. So that's actually what I really want to see. No shade. I want to see actually what, like, if their productions actually would have been worthy, like they said they would have been. No shade.
Right. I got you. Isla.
She late to the ball. She almost missed her category.
Right. What's up, Twilight?
I
I'm
was
Twilight.
there.
Hi, baby.
Isla,
No,
Isla,
doing that.
what would you like for season 2?
That Metro PCS.
I'm extremely bitter about it filming in LA. Season 1 was supposed to film in LA and it got moved to Connecticut last minute. And childcare was a huge issue for me. I don't have family in LA, and my husband has a really intense job. And both sets of grandparents were unavailable at the beginning. So my kid had to come out to Connecticut, and it was a big strain in my house. And the Ebony experience would have been very, 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 very fucking different if it had filmed in LA. So I am bitter about that. And I think that, I think it's going to be pretty amazing because those judges did not know what they were doing on episode 2. That was their first call, right? And so they're going to start off and then further educate themselves between season 1 and season 2.
Oh, definitely.
They're going to start off on a really good track. People talk about La Rose. I get it, but I actually thought he was a great judge. I also thought Jamila had a lot of really great things to say. Megan, no shit. I love Megan as an artist, but like, I need her to give more. I need her to give more as a judge, other than that was lit, that was da da da. Like, I need more. I guess.
Okay. Zaparis, what about you? Season 2, houses, people, anybody. What do you think needs to go for season 2?
Oh, I think for season 2, I want them to do 9 houses.
You want individuals?
Huh?
You want individuals? You mean?
No. I want them to do 9 houses instead of 8.
Oh, 9. I thought you said none. Okay, cool.
No, I want them to do I want 9 houses.
Okay.
For the simple fact that I feel like it was kind of like what Brett had kind of rubbed me the wrong way in the seasons, that they had 2 kind of like save moments in the season, and
Right.
whatever, however that played out. I just feel like it'll be more competitive, with 9 houses and then just one save moment throughout that season. I would love for them to actually mix. I don't want to see 9 new houses. Just for the simple fact that if it's gonna be a franchise, for one, you can't just keep piling on to, new characters. Like for one, let the audience really get into depth and more like um on board with your brand, kind of like how, with RuPaul, he feeds into each season to make sure that the following keeps growing and, people are satisfied, things like that. And then on top of that, it's so much that I feel like every house that didn't make it as far as like the Escadas and the Lavins, if brought back, will be able to, do so much better. And then on top of that, they will raise the stake to the new houses on the turf because it's like, we've been here, we done that, and it'll just make it more. I feel like live for television.
Right.
I would love for them to have 2 special guests. I mean, no, I guess you're gonna do one since it's 5. But I feel like maybe if they did 2 special guests and not have Jamila be a judge, let her actually do co-hosting, like her job description says. And they have actually 2 special guests instead. That might throw a little wrench in it. And then overall, I just want to see more like I just want to see more effort put into everybody, just how they did like episodes 8 and 9. Because the looks was dope, and I feel like if they'd have put it out all season, like the show gonna do numbers, and it's gonna have a longevity on television.
Yes, come on, numbers. Okay, Yo in London, what y'all got?
I think for the second season, I feel like maybe let us come out through the roof. Let us dream bigger, like because sometimes some of the ideas were kept into a box. There's so many things that I wanted to do, us to do, like we wanted to come out like the window because like in ballroom it's all about moments, and I feel like that's a big thing that we need to bring back to the show because there was a lot of moments in the show that were kind of left out, and I feel like open that up more, and then
I see that too.
right,
I think they're gonna do more with the stage and more with props.
yeah, like everything's gonna be better. So I feel like in the second season, you're definitely getting like more titty time for the milk.
I think they're gonna push the drama as well. They're gonna push the drama.
Yes.
I think that it's gonna be a little bit more over the top. And people gotta remember, like it's still TV at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah.
still
So
TV.
do y'all feel like we're gonna get more other categories? Or it's still just gonna be all vote? Like, is it gonna be an actual ballroom competition, or are we gonna focus on vote only?
No,
Um,
I like how they had it set up.
Mix up,
I like that. I like the aspect
and
because
give talent.
when you get into bar and right, and it was more of a challenge, and that's the other thing I feel like people kind of went out the window and kind of forgot, kind of like in episode 7 when they had the mega houses. And the first challenge, you really had the House of Lavin versus Boscata, and I feel like if they didn't execute the challenge, which in any other reality competition show, they would have gave like we don't see it because you didn't even like. I watch a lot of chops, you know what I mean? So
Right.
when you really don't do what's needed to be done, the judges really lay it to you. So the fact that the Lavins had won, I was like, I feel like y'all are basically honoring them for basically not even attempting to even do what the challenge. So the fact that they challenged us to like do different categories stuff like that, I live for that, and I want to see more
Yeah.
of that. Not just people going into their comfort zone because at the end of the day, this is not. I feel like that's not what barbering is about. Like people don't stay in one category. There are multiple people in barbering that walk multiple categories. Everybody should be more geared towards doing that. You know what I mean? So I feel like the structure of the show is great. I just want to see more like more categories like ballroom wise, like I would have really loved to see them do um commentator versus commentator, like stuff like that, like you know what I
Oh
mean, like
yes.
be real, just creative and out the box, to just show
So
them
much
some more
better.
layers, to ballroom. Like it's so many other categories, it's so many other things. Like even I wish that they would have just gave it up. Like we had to bring it like over face production, like bring it like because
Yes.
in ballroom you can think about moments where the film queen face girls made moments like what you call coming out of a
Right.
tub and Raquel coming out of the jail cell, like stuff like that. So like I
Yes.
feel like we need to also have moments where like we are paying homage, like with the Ebony's with our first what you call we had to pay homage to like Cassie and Yolanda. We gave the tribute to like the Painternettes, and it's like it's moments like that we can also give back to the world so that they learn our history and things that are going on in present day, because all they really talk about is Paris is burning, but it's a whole new history that I feel like we have an
They
obligation
created.
to teach, like no shade.
Oh, okay.
That's true.
So,
Yeah.
Champ,
Come on,
what's
this
your
place.
predictions and ads for season 2?
All right, so here's my thing that I predict about season two, right? So we have a few people that are like, oh, bring the same houses back, which I'm not necessarily for that. I mean, it sounds great, and of course, we are the blueprint, the pioneers of all of this. But of course, I want the scene to get a chance to experience just exactly that I went through. I do feel like, with it being TV, there can be like a lot of twists and turns, or, maybe example, the villains when I came back. In season two with the houses, the 7 to 9 houses that they choose, it could be an actually house that comes in, either an old house or that old house, but different members in that house. And that could be some type of plot
Yes.
twist where they have now came in and it's not only a money ball, but bitch, if they eliminate you, that person's gone.
They get to stay.
They get to stay. So there are so many different ways that they can go with season two. I most definitely want to see the House of Mugler and the House of Balenciaga.
That's
Everybody else, they're all
interesting.
there, but those are two houses that I definitely want to see. And I definitely think that the House of Balmain, it's something that they should do. Whether Jamari's a judge, whether someone in the members, it's called appreciation, and it's called, bitch, we won your first show, give us the roses. So
Hello, hello. And
yeah,
so, with that being said, Jamari, I wanted to save you for last to
right.
give, what you think. What's your ask for season 2?
I really think to create that ballroom atmosphere, I really think they need to find new film edit and crews. Like, so they should hire Caesar because they know what ballroom is about. I feel like that would work a lot better for them. Also, I do think they should have 7 judges, and one should be from actual ballroom, and one should be celebrity because you still have to understand that this is TV. I do think that the plot twist, there should be a little more tops and turns and roller coasters and plot twists because I feel like it's good. I do think that it should be probably 8 to 9 houses, but I think it should be 4 new houses and then bring back 4 of the old houses from the last season. And then maybe, like you say, a plot twist, make the 9th house the Balmains and we come back to try to defend our title, something fun type shit. I also think that they need to really work on budget as far as music because there was a lot of things that we didn't get to do because of music.
Hey,
I do think that there should be a little more
hey,
explanation to ballroom so that in the episodes, not necessarily like actually explaining stuff, but getting people to understand what ballroom is. Because right now they see dips and they think that that's what ballroom is. You don't really get to see the performance. So like being able to film things right and being time consuming with filming stuff so that we have enough time. Don't give us 1 minute and then chop up 1 minute. They gave us 1.5 minutes to do routines and then they chopped it up to like 50 seconds. And then you're like, well, bitch,
30.
what the fuck? Where's the rest of my routine
Can
that you
I
made me work hard for?
ask
So I
Can't cut
think
out the part
that
that gets hype.
I think that should be very time sufficient with what they need to do for that. And I also think that it will be nice to I would love to keep the judges that they had because they've already created stamped themselves in that. Just add, like I say, another celebrity and another ballroom person, or maybe another 2 ballroom people and 1 celebrity. something like that, or just have one ballroom person, one celebrity, and then have a guest person that comes. You know.
I love everything. Everybody said everything. And so somebody please share this with HBO's producers, the network directors, somebody. Like let them see this and hear this. And I think to your point about like the chopping it up, the minute and 30 chopped down to 30 seconds, it'd be great because this is all released on HBO Max. If they did like in between season 1 and season 2, just like a bonus release and release extended versions of the performances, because it'd be so great for content for their app. So it would
Yeah,
be
because they got me fucked up. We had cute endings every time we left that stage
No,
that did not get to be seen.
I said the same thing to the producers. I said, you guys have so much content. Like, why are you sticking to like this 1 hour time frame? Like, this is a new era
Yeah.
where people need constant content. So feed us more behind the scenes, more productions. Like, there's people are hungry.
So they're gonna it's gonna be
Exactly.
legendary exposed. They're gonna release it in about 3 months, and they're gonna put all the behind the scenes and the extended content. They're gonna make that happen. So
Right? We need
they
They
them.
gonna
they 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 need like like you know how RuPaul Drag Race have like an untucked thing where they really get into like the cast dialogue about what happened that night and stuff like that. Like we did that, but
Unvogue.
we did it separated. Like we
unvote.
never
Separately.
necessarily really we never
Right.
did it together where we got to recap with like each other. And I feel like having us
Vague.
recap would have been really, really great with each other, not just separately. Like, well, here's the tea for the last ball. Like
No.
Well,
that was cute, but it could have been more than that.
It wouldn't be called Vogue. It'd be called the aftermath.
Yeah, the
the
aftermath, like that would be
aftermath, that's
really
cute.
cute
Yeah,
or something like
that's
that.
cute.
Afterlife.
So everybody go
You guys, I
tag
actually have to
HBO
go.
and tell them we need the extended version of everything. Go tag them. Jamari,
I
thank
actually have
you
to go,
so
you
much for
guys.
being here. We really appreciate you for stopping through. And with
No
that, we're actually
problem.
about
Of
to end
course.
this too. So we want to thank everybody for joining. And
Mhm.
our good brother Sam, wait, let me find it. Sam says, congratulations. This show has really been awesome. So we really have to thank the entire cast of everybody who's joined us and taking time
Yes.
to come on the Legendary Review Show. We really had so much fun chatting with y'all, talking about the show. It's so
Yes.
exciting to see people that we know. Like I don't know a lot of y'all personally, but I've seen y'all at various balls and functions, with the exception like the Paris and Cali. And my sister Yo Yo, we know each other. That's my spiritual sister.
Period.
Um, but
Yes.
yeah, so it's really been awesome to see y'all grow and see y'all on TV on Legendary Max, and I'm just excited to see what's next for y'all. So I wish y'all all the very best. Ball mains, may y'all check,
Thank
grow,
you.
Thank
and
you.
You too,
multiply.
Jalen. You too, Devin. Yes.
Lava,
Lava.
Devin, any final thoughts, words?
Just thank all of y'all again for joining us and coming every week and talking with us. I really appreciate it. I really love the show. I can't wait for season 2. I want y'all to come back. So we gonna keep it going. I'm
Yeah,
glad we
And
got
just like
renewed, y'all. We got renewed.
yeah.
Yes.
And hashtag don't handicap a team. No shade.
Ooh.
Hashtag don't
Ooh.
handicap a team.
Well, and let's also put out some good energy towards getting some Emmys.
Come on.
Yes.
Not
Yo,
Ooh.
yo,
Ooh.
yo, yo. Can you give us a little Reiki, yo, yo, Reiki, Reiki us?
yes,
Reiki us.
let's
Come on.
go.
Oh.
Okay.
Come on, you
Paris, where
guys.
you at? Champ, where
Well,
you at? Lava, where you at? Corey, where you at?
well,
Ooh, come on,
I
Emmy.
wanna.
We
Come
putting
on,
out
Emmy.
good energy, good vibes.
Oh.
Emmy.
So
Uh,
my closing words will be, if you follow me on Facebook, you're gonna know this now. However, Sunday, P Valley airs on the Stars Network.
Yes. I'm excited.
And guess what? Guess who has a part that you will see on P Valley? Me. I actually filmed P Valley before I even filmed Legendary. This was in like 2018 when we filmed P Valley. However, it just happens to be coming out this Sunday, which is my birthday.
oh,
So stay
happy early
tuned,
birthday.
Happy
everybody.
birthday.
Camp,
Happy
Happy
birthday.
Yeah.
birthday.
You know what I'm
Camp,
saying?
that
Thank you.
thing while you were in Legendary, is that still happening?
It's still on. That's still on too, Ale. It's just that I hadn't been able to talk about it yet. So, yeah, you guys, I'm happy. We're working. Ballroom, we are here. We are showing
Yes.
out. I love all of you guys on this live. You know what I'm saying? Ala, me and you
Love you
became
more.
extremely close on the show. You are a phenomenal mother. I love you to pieces. London and Yo-Yo, you already know. Yo-Yo, your energy, who you
Thank
are,
you.
you're amazing. Paris,
Thank you.
I'm just playing the Paris. The Paris is probably my biggest voguing competition on here. If we ever meet on the floor, you already know I'm screwing you up.
No.
Tori,
Good
it was
luck.
nice meeting you on Legendary. You're amazing. You burned it up. And let's all give a big shout out to everyone who had us here tonight. We love you guys as well. Thanks for having us. Thanks for creating this platform for us to talk and discuss our motherfucking show.
Yeah.
Period.
So really quickly, starting with you, Champ, if y'all could just give how the people can follow y'all on the social media channels.
Most
Really
definitely, you guys. If you're on Facebook, you can follow me at LaShawn Dawson. That's LASHAWN, last name Dawson. And if you follow me up on Instagram, it is Mr. underscore champ, CHAMP underscore himself. If you want my Vista, no, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
What is it?
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead.
People want to know. The Paris.
Y'all can follow me at all platforms, social media, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, Zaparis Ebony. And yeah, look out for my merch dropping real soon.
Merch
Come on,
dropping
Merch.
real soon.
Period.
Yo, London.
So I'm London and Scott on all social networks. Also, I am gonna be just chatting it up with you guys tomorrow on my live. So hit me up.
Isla.
Yo-Yo.
Oh, Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo
All right,
Scotty
Yo-Yo.
on Instagram. It's YYO.
Don't forget that Y.
Why?
Right, two
Why?
YYOYO.
Why, yo?
Why, yo?
Yeah.
Can I next?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I'm Isla Ebony, but my original brand is Purple Crush, the color purple and CRUSH. That's what I do all my music under. So on Instagram, I am P Crush. Some stoner took Purple Crush and I'm really pissed off. But P Crush, Facebook, Purple Crush Music. But really, please, go to Spotify and Apple Music. I have albums and albums and albums of music up there. Purple Crush.
The rap queen.
Stream the live.
Dang, I didn't say first, but
Tori.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Tori Beaumont. And then you also can find me. I have another page on Facebook. My page I actively use is Tori Henry on there, but I got like my profile Tori Balmain that's getting set up and getting ready to get going, and that's already set
Go
up. But
ahead.
you can find that. Other than that, I don't have no my Vista or no OnlyFans or nothing like that. Look out for Bogan Tea. That's this thing. That's this event that me and my sister Calypso, Jate Balmain, we have out here. It is picking up really crazily. Like we have been getting hit up to do stuff, but right now we're on like a little standstill because of COVID in California. But once it gets lifted a little bit more, I'm gonna be back at the park with my balls. That's gonna be my thing now. Balls at the park out here, and then we're just gonna continue to move and make it bigger, bigger, and bigger. And then of course I got some auditions and stuff, and some more interviews and stuff coming up that y'all gonna find out really, really soon about that I literally booked today. So yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank y'all again all for being here. For those who are watching, please, share this live, share the education, let people know the United Black Element is here. We help young Black, gay, bisexual, same gender loving, pansexual, whatever you want to identify yourself as.
Please get tested, everybody. If you're viewing this,
Yes.
love this,
Yes.
like this, share this. It is extremely important to know your status, everyone. Do not be ashamed at all. Reach out. Hit us up. Hit people from the cast up. Contact these guys if you are in Dallas. Know your status.
That's important. And please,
Because I'm sure we all.
Sorry,
I'm sure we
saying-
all know somebody. We all know somebody up here that we can connect you to.
Exactly. So everybody on the show now and everybody watching, if y'all could just hashtag, y'all don't have to put anything, just hashtag sex responsibly. Let's all just hashtag sex responsibly. And Yo-Yo, I gotta shout you. I'm gonna circle you back to you again because I love you. And y'all, please hit my girl up. Get y'all some Reiki. Get y'all some herbs. You know,
You
get
already
your
know.
spirit right, get your
All
energy
kinds of
right.
herbs.
Yes, all of that, please. Yes. So thank y'all, and have a beautiful rest of y'all's week.
All right, good night,
Thank you.
everybody.
And also,
Later.
hashtag necklace, get your necklace on the floor.
Ah.
I'm dead. I'm not laughing at that.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
y'all.
Love y'all.
All right.